السلام عليكم. أهلا وسهلا فيكم في الدرس الثالث عشر or the 13th lesson in the Madinah book series, and this is the second part. And in this lesson we will study the feminine version or the feminine stuff that uh, the feminine versions of the stuff that we studied in the previous lesson. So we'll start with the conversation. And I would recommend you guys to watch the 13th lesson A once again to understand this lesson better, or like memorize the vocab in it or the grammatical rules that we studied in it, since I will not repeat it in this lesson. So man haula il fatayatu ya Maryam, who are these? So like I previously mentioned, that haula means is for both men and women, but has and hadhi is for like specifics for masculine, has as masculine or men or masculine objects, or and hazihi is for females or feminine objects. As hawla is a general word that is used for male plurals, multiple males, and we have studied that in Arabic there are three forms: one, two, and three. One, two, three, and more. So singular, dual form, which is for two items or things or people, and the plural, which is for three or more. So haula can be used for three or more females or three or more males. And a thing to be noted is that haula is used for like haula is used for humans mostly, and human beings. So if there are three or more things, we won't normally say haula il ashya. We're gonna say hazihi ashya, and this is the concept that I want to explain to you guys in this lesson, which is a very important concept. That, for example, shay, if you guys know Urdu, shay means it's the same thing, and in English means thing. So if you want to say these things, we won't say haula. I'm sorry. We won't say haula. Haula, and the plural of thing is shay is ashya. Haula il ashya. And of course we have put the alif lam or the adat lit ta'rif, since we have discussed this since it now we have discussed this concept in the previous lesson. So I would recommend you guys to watch those previous lessons and then review this lesson. So we have put the al, it's just a thing in Arabic, and we have put the al. So haula al ashya, the point is that haula al ashya, this is incorrect. The correct thing would be hazihi al ashya. Hazihil ashya. So like make a mental note that whenever we're gonna say whenever we're going to refer to multiple objects in Arabic, we are going to use the hazihi, or if you wanted to say those things, then we would say tilka. Like we would not use the plural form, and we'll study the plural form of zalika, which is ulaika. But for now, we would use just tilka or hazi for objects, and for human beings, we'll say haulai or ulaika. These are those, and it's not in. I mean, it's not incorrect. You can use it, but it's not like proper Arabic. You should use hazi. So, man haula il fatayatu ya Maryam. Fatayat are young women, three or more young women. So, man haula il fatayatu ya Maryam. Who are those young women, O Maryam? Hunna zamilati. So we have studied uh, the الدمائر المنفصلة and الدمائر المتصلة, and as we have discussed in the previous lesson, that hum is the damir that it's the damir muttasil, it's the damir muttasil, and as well, and it can be the damir munfasil, that it could be written as it is, or it could be joined to an ism, for example, babuhum, babuhum. So this is the example of damir muttasil, and this is the example of damir munfasil. Damir munfasil, and this is the example of damir muttasil. So in uh, in the feminine version, we follow the same pattern. So hunna can be the يعني الضمير المتصل, and it could also be الضمير المتصل, and it means هن is used when you're pointing and when you're saying she but multiple, like how to explain. So example, Hia is she, and if there are three or more females, we're gonna say hunna. So it can't be like directly translated to English. So we could just say it's the plural of Hia. And of course, I'm going to repeat this multiple times. The plural is for three or more objects. So if there are three or more females, we are going to say hunna. Hunna zamilati. Zamilati are female classmates. So hunna zamilati. And there's a concept in Arabic called at-taghlib. At-taghlib. So this concept basically means that, for example, that in Arabic, the default case, like we have studied, the default, not the default case of marfu, mansub, and majroor. No, that is a different thing. But in when you're talking about pronouns, the default pronoun is always the masculine version. So, for example, if we do not know if there's a male in a room or a female in the room, so we will use the male forms. We're going to say haza, who, or anything. And if there are, let's say, for example, in a room, if there are, let's say, three males and one female, or three females and one male, so we're still gonna use the masculine pronoun. So we'll say hum, or now we're gonna say hum. You're not gonna say hunna. So this is just a thing in Arabic, and if it was only females, like no other male, then we would say hunna. If we are sure that it's only females, we're gonna say hunna. Like there's no exception in that. There's not even one male in the certain scenario. We're gonna say hunna, or we're gonna use the feminine pronouns. So I hope I made this concept clear, and if you do not understand it, you can ask me in the comments. Naam, hunna akhawatun. Yes, those is not a correct translate, like it's not an accurate or 100% translation. Now we can do those. Now hunna akhawatun. Those are my sisters. But remember that hunna is the plural for here. Man abuhunna. So like I previously mentioned to you that ab is father, and then the hunna is the damir al-muttasil and the damir al-munfasil at the same time. So that's why she used who are their fathers. Man abuhunna, and there is of course for females. Abuhunna ash-shaykhu Bilalun. Of their father is the Sheikh Bilal, or the old man Bilal. And ummuhunna usta Ustazati. Sorry. Ummuhunna Ustazati. Their father is the Sheikh Bilal, or Sheikh. Sheikh is also, she could also be translated to old man, or it could also be meant in the Sheikh yani Islamic sense. So Abuhunna Sheikh is the old man Bilal, and Ummuhunna, and the mother is Ustazati, and the mother is my teacher. أين بيتهن? Where is their home? بيتهن قريب من المدرسة. Their house is near. قريب means near. من المدرسة, from the school. And the last, no, and another thing is that when you're going to use بعض, يعني بعضهم, so بعض is a special مضاف, يعني no, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not special mudaf. Ba'd is basically a mudaf. So whenever an ism comes after it, it will become mudaf ilay. So بعض يعني بعض الأشياء, we could say بعض الأشياء, like it will have a kasra in the end. So that's it for this lesson, and there are examples for the Jamal Salim, I believe, and Jamal Maqsoor أيضا. So طالبات يعني female students. If there are only female students, طالبات. And if there are male and female students, we're going to say طلاب. So طالبات are female students. And there are examples for Jamal Salim and Jamal Maqsoor أيضا. So you should solve both of them. and zahabna. So we have learned multiple uh, forms or conjugations of the fi'l. So zahabna means is for when three or more females and they went. And like we have in this lesson I've told you guys the concept of taglib. So the concept of taglib applies to everything, even this. So yani, this they know that there are only female students. That's why he said, or the speaker said Zahabna. Since he is sure that all of them are female, or all of them are females, that's why he said Zahabna. And he knows there are three or more females. That was Zahabna ila maktaba. They went to the library. So I would recommend you guys to review the previous conjugations that we have studied. I believe it is sahaba, and I'm using the verb sahaba as an example, but you can use any fail, any fail for this. So zahabna, basically, if we like went into if we look at into it in further detail, we have added the noon and fatha. So naam, and you can, so for example, if we want to say those females sat, we're gonna say jalasna, jalasna, or if those females went out, kharajna. So that's it for this lesson. If you have any comments or any suggestions on how I can improve my channel or anything I missed, so if you're confused on anything, so do inform me and solve the exercises, memorize the vocabulary. Masalam.